I have a question that I want to insert here because it's one that I've been dealing with a person for quite some time, and I don't have any answers, so I'm hoping you do.
Hmm.
This person doesn't fit into any social service niche. He's white, single, a disabled male in his 40s, diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease, which has some of the icy symptoms sometimes with it, heavy metal toxicity, and 2 failed knee surgeries. His family's all deceased. He doesn't have a spouse, doesn't have any children. He's been waiting 2 years to get his disability hearing. Every day, he's just hours away from being homeless. His question is, what in the name of humanity does a person who's living with chronic pain and can't work supposed to do for pain meds? I tried tramadol and steroids before I was given narcotic meds, which do work. I was able to get my pain meds from a free clinic, but now they've shut it down. And we indigent folks are without pain meds and no way to acquire them legally. People are going to the street and buying it 10 times the cost just to get relief. There has to be a better way. What do you suggest?
Well, again, this question also brings up so many different points and issues. It brings up issues on the medical side as well as on the patient side. It brings up issues on how we sort of, when we first see a patient, what sort of category we sort of mentally put them in. Do they look like drug seekers? Do they not look like drug seekers? And, let's face it, we all have to sort of make quick judgments so that way we don't hurt people or we don't do the wrong thing or that we do the right thing. And what we have here is basically we have someone who obviously doesn't have health insurance, has a tough time paying for medical bills or really even the roof over his head, and he has chronic pain. Now I don't know what kind of chronic pain he has, obviously, but he has some chronic pain. And the question is how does he get? Really, more than to me, the question shouldn't be how do I get my medications. The question is how do I get better? Because at the end of the day, it's not about just getting medications. It's not about just getting an injection. It's not about just getting surgery or getting physical therapy. It's about how do you get better. The goal of a pain doctor is not to necessarily reduce pain. The goal of the pain, and let me repeat that, it's not necessarily reduce the pain. Really what pain doctors should be called, a good pain expert should be called a functional expert, not necessarily a pain expert. What I mean by that is the goal of a good pain physician, a pain management expert, the goal is to increase function, thus increasing quality of life, all as a result of pain reduction or all causing a reduction in pain. And so pain ends up becoming actually a secondary issue. The primary goal is actually to get them more functional, get them back on their feet, get them back working, get them able to, to sleep correctly so they can have a functional way of life, how they can concentrate, all those things. And so my sort of twist that question around would be, I wonder if the pain, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Did all this other stuff come first, and then the pain came, and he could never get back on the feet, or did the pain start first, causing this sort of domino effect of everything that's happened with his life? But one way or another, whatever came first, I can almost guarantee you, if that pain was gone, let's say it was magically gone tomorrow, I'm pretty sure, a guy, anyone who's motivated to get their life back on track, anyone who's motivated to sort of contribute back to society and make money or have a roof over their head and support, if there's someone they want to support in their family or whatever, they can do that. The pain is such a limiting factor. So again, get that person more functional so they can have a better quality of life. And so I would twist that question and say, more than just getting the medications, I think the real fundamental question is how do we get patients like this proper care to get them more functional? And it's a good question. That in and of itself is a whole show in and of itself, the healthcare system.
Right.
Yep.
Right. We'll cover that in a whole nother show.